Good morning, everyone. This is Lola Wrist with LolaWrist.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am ready to be back. I am ready to get going again. Give me a minute to pull up my Facebook Live on my computer. We've been gone for, well, I guess we left, I don't know, I get confused. I guess we left Sunday, 2 weeks ago, this past Sunday, and went to Kansas or to St. Louis, and then we flew out on Monday and headed to Amsterdam. And you know, if you've never traveled long distance like that, it really messes with you. It plays with your mind in terms of knowing what day is when and adjusting to the time change with the sleep and everything, especially the last 24 hours, because I mean we left like at 11:55. Good morning. How are you, Carol? We left at 11:55 Zurich on the 21st, and we landed in St. Louis at 8 on the 21st, and yet we traveled for 20 hours. It's so confusing. So confusing. So today I think I'm back on schedule again. I believe so. So I've been yakking here, and I need to see if I can get this up. There it is. So anyhow, hi Tina, nice to have you with me too. Missed you, girl. I know that Oakland is just getting bigger all the time. All right, well now where does it not want to let me expand? Here we go. All right, now we got it. Now we've got to lose the volume. Okay. Good morning, Chris. Nice to have you here too. I really miss you guys. I enjoy doing these. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy the Facebook Lives. I enjoy, and I could be sitting in shorts or pajama bottoms and you'll never know. So it's kind of nice. Anyhow, it's time to get back to work. So first things first, I want to remind you about the mystery boxes. Let me turn this around. You're going to hear Jim in the background. He's been cooking, and he is doing trash right now. So Pool Boy is back to work too. We had Saturday, we got home, was it Friday morning? We got home Friday.
We got home about 7 o'clock Friday.
Friday morning at 7 o'clock. Good morning, Patricia. And morning, Jamie. We got all of our laundry sorted and everything done. And I finished my last load last night. And now we're trying to get back in the routine. And I don't know about you, but I went to bed last night, Jim, at 9 o'clock or a little after, right? Yep. And I woke up this morning at 5:45, at 5:45. And I'm like, I think I'm back into regular sleep mode. But it really does mess with you. All right. Just a reminder, this is the last week for the mystery boxes, and I wanted to remind you, the mystery boxes place a $75 order or more on my online store and receive a box of retired products from me. Now I want you to look. I missed you too, Jonna. This is my size of my box, so it's a big box. See? It's a big box. So when I fold it up, I can't even go up any higher than this to show you. So it's this wide. So it's about 2.5 inches wide across. And it is, I don't know, 14 inches. I got a ruler here. It's, 14 inches. So we're talking a big box full, and I am going to stuff it. So let me know if you want one of those retirement boxes, mystery boxes. That's the thing. You don't know what's going to be in it, but there will be some stamp sets. There will be a couple of, maybe a bundle of dies or a punch. There will be DSP, and there will be embossing folders from past years. I have a few inks that are still here that need to be gone, some old inks. just all sorts of stuff. I can't wait to pack these things up for you. I know, Patricia, I saw your order come through last night. Woo, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to start with a double fold gate card, okay? And if you go to LolaRisk.com, after this, I have to post my picture of this card, and then I'll be just about ready to post it on my website, and it's got a PDF of all the measurements. So you can either go in and make a recording, copy it, and post it in your laptop or computer, or you can go on ahead and make a hard copy and put it in a folder or whatever. So there is something there for you to look at. So we're going to start, and I went with the Hues of Happiness. I love that paper, the Hues of Happiness. And I needed a card that was basically just thinking of you. I've got a couple of friends that are going through a couple of difficult times right now. And I want to let them know that I'm thinking of them, and I just want to reach out to them. So this is what this card's going to be. I started about doing a fall card, and I pulled out the rustic, what is that? Rustic Harvest DSP. And I didn't want to do that. And then I looked at Christmas, and I'm like, I need something besides Christmas right now. We cut 200 plus Christmas cards on Saturday and Sunday for card class. So I'm like, no, I don't want that anymore. No Christmas. So we're going back to roses. Hey, Linda Ellis, nice to meet you. Nice to have you back. Thanks for welcoming back, everybody. I appreciate it. I will tell you one thing real fast about Switzerland that blew me away. I think of Switzerland in October. To me, it should be cold, should it not? It's at the Alps. Here we are. I mean, every one of us packed for sweatshirts, hoodies. We had couple of us had winter coats. We had earmuffs. We had scarves. We had gloves, because we are going up into the Alps, right? Wrong. It was not cold at all. What was it? 70? 70 people in Switzerland. If you go on my personal Facebook page, you will see pictures of flower towers there that are absolutely gorgeous of impatiens. And I pulled all of mine beginning of September, so they were gone. And here they are still blooming in Switzerland. And they had roses like you couldn't imagine. Roses. It was just like blew me away. And when we went up on the mountain, we were all dying up there because we had thought we needed all this stuff. And it's like, it is hot, 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 hot. So, all right, let's get back to the card. Okay, so this is the first one that I need. I need a base card, a base mat for my card of 8 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then I scored it at 5 1/2. Okay, so my card is going to be a vertical card, and it's going to flip up like this. Next, I need another piece, and I need it to be 2 1/4 by 8 1/2. And then I score one end at 2 1/8. And then I simply flip it and I score the other end at 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. Okay? So that's the base of this gate card. Next, I went with Flirty Flamingo. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. And then a piece of basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Did I say 5 1/4 on this? It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This one is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I need a couple of more pieces. I need a piece of Flirty Flamingo for a mat, and it is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. Don't worry about trying to write this down because you can go in and print it off or do whatever you want. And then I went with a piece of DSP, which is 4 by 3. Then I have 4 more pieces. And then we can put our card together. So you need 2 mats, And these are really tricky because they are not. I did get into sea towel. Whoo! I needed to sea towel. But yeah, I was kind of loopy when I was there because it was the day I got home. Anyhow, Tao, for those of you that don't know Tao, Tao is our nail tech gal and we love her. Anyhow, this here is 2 1/8 by 2. Do not think that they are squares and perfect squares. They are not. 2 1/8 by 2. Same with these. These are 2 inches by 1 7/8. So when they fit on here, they're only going to fit one way. And if you get on there and say, well, that doesn't work, Lola, it doesn't fit. That doesn't look right. Well, that's because you got it backwards, sideways. You got to get it in there one way, okay? So here again, 2 1/8 by 2. And you need 2 of them. This one is 2 by 1 7/8. And you need 2 of them. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get the card put together. So we have this card that was scored at 5.5. So I'm going to put this here. And then we have this other piece, and this is the gatefold part of it. This is the part that allows us to open it up into a gate looking. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to fold on the score lines right here. And I'm going to, hopefully they're going to match. Ha ha ha. That one's off a little bit. We'll make it work. Okay. And then it should fit right there at the bottom. So I'm going to go on ahead and take my tape, my adhesive, and I'm going to put it right here. And it goes at the very, very bottom. And it should just open up just right. Okay. All right, good deal. Okay, now we can go inside and let's put our mat, which is the Flirty Flamingo. It's kind of an odd combination. I have always loved coral and navy blue. Those are like my favorite colors. And I like to pair them together. So if you would go through my closet, there have been years that my closet is nothing but coral and navy blue and black. I love black too because I can wear black with coral and everything. So there's the Flirty Flamingo. And when I went to pick my colors, I always look at the back of your DSP. Do you look at the back of your packages and read over the list of colors that coordinates with? If you don't do that and you're sitting here trying to pick, oh, life is so much easier if you just read those things. The other thing is I needed to be very cautious, and I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to pull out this piece of paper that I used, okay? Because I chose to go with Flirty Flamingo and with Night of Navy. Let's get a little more color brightness on here. I have to be careful where I'm going to cut this DSP. If I had cut the DSP in this corner, this wouldn't have looked right. Look at this. There is no Flirty Flamingo there at all. Nothing. So paper like this, you have to be very careful with. You have to be cautious because just when you think, well, I'm going to use this whole piece up, 3 by 4, I can get 12 of these. I can make 12 of this card with this one sheet of paper. No, you can't because, and that's Jim bringing in orders. Not all of the colors are available on every 3 by 4 piece. So you have to be very cautious to make sure that what you select is one that will coordinate with the mat, which it does here, okay? And it may sound like a very easy assume that everybody's got that, but you'd be amazed how many won't know that. All right. So we have Christmas card class tomorrow night at the church for those of you that are in person. Otherwise, the card class that are mailing out will go out Friday along with some mystery boxes, and I will be finishing up mystery boxes over the weekend. So there's that. And we're going to post this here, and it goes right at the top. And because I really want that flirty flamingo to show, I'm going to post this right here. So I'm going to put this one in. Okay, and then we're going to do this gatefold down here. And let's go on ahead and put those on. Let's make sure that we get it right. So remember, they're not perfect squares. Should we put this one here? So I'm sitting here the day before we left on Saturday. I was at a crafting retreat sitting next to Linda Ellis there, and I did nothing but type from about 9 o'clock until 4 or 3. I didn't even stop for lunch. And I sat there and typed and typed and typed up all the posts. Okay, so these go on right here. And I'm sitting here typing them and scheduling them for my days out. And I'm thinking, I'm doing great, doing great, doing great. Whoops, that wasn't going to fit. And so then all of a sudden I noticed, here I am sitting in someplace in Germany and my posts are not going. And then I try to get on lolarisk.com to see what's going on. And I can't access it. It says it is not working. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck did I do? So I reached out to my web designer and I'm like, okay, I am over here in Germany and I have no clue what's going on, but it says I can't work. Can you at least look? And she was laughing. She came back. She said, you did fine. Everything works fine. It's just that, number one, you forgot to schedule the time. Every time, everything was different. So everybody was getting your posts and your emails at different times, and it was weird. So, all right, so I'm going to color this in, and I went on ahead and I pre-stamped. I'm sorry. I'm one of these that sometimes less is more, and it's easier for me to just bring a few things out. So I'm going to go on ahead and use my blends, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow to color in some leaves. If you ever sit and try to figure out how to put your image, just like a cluster of flowers here, this one was easy to work with. I put this flower first. Then because they're photopolymer stamps, I can tuck those stems in. And then I just came down here and I left enough space that I could put another flower. So it's really not hard. You just have to kind of think about it. Sometimes we throw this image on here and then we just leave it. And it's kind of like floating up there. And I wanted it attached more so. So, okay, so there's my leaves. Let's do a little bit of Flirty Flamingo. So Pam and I will be here on Wednesday of this week. Since I have a card class tomorrow night, we have to move back to Wednesday this week. Tuesdays are a great night for me to have card classes. The church is available on most Tuesdays for bigger classes and stuff. So I'm sorry if that messes with your schedule, but on occasion we have to do that. So we're going to go on ahead and finish this with Flirty Flamingo. This would be a nice get well card too. Anybody else like Hues of Happiness? And I'm not, all of a sudden I'm not getting my replies. Give me a second. Okay. There they are. So big, huge roses in front of our hotel in Lucerne. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. There's a bridge that is built the bridge like in 1300. And they have only fixed what they absolutely had to do to fix. Beautiful flowers and begonias. I know it's hard. We have so much stuff to play with, Chris. It's hard to use everything. This is a bad blend. It's one where somebody has they pushed too hard in class. Can you see that? Maybe you can see it better if I do this. Can you see how close that tip is to the actual case? Guys, never push hard on your blends. There's plenty of ink in there. You just want to let them flow. And once they're pushed in, there's no fixing it. Unless somebody in here has done it before and you fixed it, you'd have to tell me how to fix that. Okay. All right, so I just have a real simple greeting. It says, sending love your way. And I pulled that one out of Full of Love because I also wanted to spend some time with this one this week. So this is one I'm going to be using, Full of Love, and I use Sending Love Your Way. Okay, so we're going to go on ahead and put this in the center right here. Okay, so we have the center. Isn't that cute? All right, so how are we going to decorate it? Well, we need to put some flowers on it. So I have gone with a die. It's called Fabulous Frames. And it actually cuts it out as 2 pieces. So I ran it twice. I ran one and I just kept the white ring around it. But then I also ran it in Flirty Flamingo. And that goes with it, and that will offset it. So we'll come back to that here in a second, but let's finish up these colors. So I grabbed some pieces of white paper and I just stamped some images. So I'm going to at least do a couple of these. Okay, and I like to shade the bottom. If you think about it, the bottom image, lots of times it will be darker. The light would be on the top. You could try pulling it out with your tweezers. I could do that and see. I know, it's true, Linda, we just keep shopping. And I was so disappointed. I got back here and I immediately looked at the clearance rack to see, because I wasn't going to order anything while I was overseas and insecure, and my internet was so spotty. So I wanted to order some sheer red ribbon, and it was gone. It was gone. Oh well, there'll be more sometime. But I did like that sheer ribbon. Did anybody order any of that? There's that. And this one. And I was really kind of surprised because usually clearance refresh comes on Tuesdays after they announce it on Monday night. I was really surprised to see that pop through on I don't know what day it was. Maybe it did pop through on Tuesday. See, my days are so weird. And I'm going to do one of these. I don't think I need both of them, so I'm just going to do one of these. So we went and we made cheese. While you're in Switzerland, you must make cheese. So we went to a cheese factory. And I mean, we started literally at the dairy with their brown Swiss cows, which were gorgeous. They're so pretty. They had a little roped off area that was just for the little calves, and they are so cute. And then we went through that whole process, and then we went and we made cheese. I mean, we literally made cheese. And they sent it home with us. Not that one. Viking does this trip every month. So They literally made cheese, and we put it in its solution for the brine and everything, for the rind on it, and we left it, and in a month it will go home with some other Viking people. So we brought home somebody else's cheese that they made. So, and it was really, really good. Really good. So we came through the airport with quite a lot of cheese in the suitcases. They told us, they said, it will be fine. Put it in your refrigerator in your hotel room, which we did. And the next day we packed it. Very last thing, it was vacuum packed, so no smell, no nothing could leak through. And we packed it, and it had to go under, it had to be with your checked baggage. And we sent it, and that's the first thing we got out at Megan's house. And we left a bunch of Swiss cheese with them, and they were thrilled to death. The chocolate, oh, Jonna, oh my gosh. The chocolate is awesome. These people know how to do it. One of the pictures I posted was a chocolate factory with a fountain wall of chocolate. It was like, good grief. They know how to make chocolates. And Megan did ask, she said, now bring me back some chocolate from Switzerland. She had been there back in high school. She said, bring me back. But she said, do not bring me that Toblerone thing. Oh, yeah. Better than Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah. And so she's like, do not bring me a Toblerone. I said, you were so excited when you got a Toblerone back when you were in high school. She said, I know, but they carry it down the States. Don't bring me a Toblerone. So we brought them truffles, and the girls had angel truffles that we brought back for them. And then I brought several boxes of chocolates that will go into their stockings. So I did a lot of Christmas shopping over there. It's not all here. Some of it we had to have shipped. I have Swiss knives coming. I have music box advent calendars coming for the girls to have for Christmas, the month of December, the countdown to Christmas. I have a cuckoo clock coming. So I'll be glad when all of that is here, just because, you know, you buy it and you have to ship it and then hope that it all gets shipped, but it'll be fine. I've got the tracking information on it. Okay, now we're done. That's all the coloring. I don't think I need these other two, so I'm going to post those off to the side. All right, let's stamp. I have one stamped image. Pray that I don't screw this up. I'm going to go on ahead and use the word friend from this. And I'm going to hang it to the left, to the right. Okay? You were there in 79. It's just beautiful. I would say Megan was there in 01, 02. She was. She flew in. We had to agree to send her. We had to make our final agreement to send her for to Europe the fall of 9/11, the September of 9/11. We had to make the final decision to send it to her to go with a group. She went with the Missouri Music Ambassadors group, and they were fine, but that was really hard. That was very difficult to make that decision to send our daughter overseas at that time, after that had just happened. So anyhow, all right, I'm just going to kind of turn it over and flip that. And when I do, I'm going to go on ahead and put my dimensionals so it holds that in place. Oh, I'm going to leave one of these. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna put one in the middle. And I'm gonna pull these. And I know it looks weird that I offset it, but I need to have a spot. I'm gonna put this right here in the middle. Kind of actually, it's offset a little too, but you've got to have room to put your flowers, and you got to have space, and see, it'll fill it up by the time I put everything in here. Does that make sense? So let me finish. I'm gonna put this one up here. Okay, so now I got to pull it off. So this one's going to lay flat. So slide it in here. This one here, I need a dimensional over on this side. And I need a glue dot on this side because it's going to lay flat there. So let me get a glue dot. And we are going to be done here in just a minute or two. All right, so that one already caught that stem, but I'm going to go on ahead and put it down a little more with another glue dot. So let me slide a glue dot off. Okay. All right, so this one gets a dimensional, and I think I'm going to go on ahead we're going to stack dimensionals. So this side gets 1. And this one gets 2. 1, 2. And then 1. Okay. So I'm going to push that there. Okay, so I went on ahead. If you didn't understand why I stacked it, I wanted a dimensional on this side to push it up so it wasn't flat against the pink. And by putting it up here with 1, if I put 1 here, it was going to be lopsided. It wasn't going to lay even across because this is already on 1 dimensional. So 1 dimensional, 2 dimensionals, I put 2 underneath, and now it's straight across. Make sense? I know what I'm doing here, I think. And I'm going to slide this one in here. Like so. Just like so. And then, do we need another leaf? We have another leaf. We could put another leaf down here. Or we could put this one down here. Okay, so we're going to put another leaf. Do I put the multiple leaves or the 2 leaves? You tell me. I'll sit here and visit and talk to you for a minute. Do I put the one with lots of leaves or the one with just 2 leaves? Here's the 2. Here's the 1. Multiples. Jonna says 2. We'll see what anybody else answers. I don't know, Jonna. I kind of like that with the multiples. It's kind of... I don't know. Jamie says 2, so I've been outvoted already. All right, next, whoever tells me 1 or 2, 2 leaves or more leaves. Oh, great, now we've got a tie. Oh, no, we're done. Multiples. Patricia and Chris and I said multiples. So Jamie and Jonna, we outdid you. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do this very quickly and do some embellishment. And we have got our card done. So one of my favorite parts of cruising is more times than not, you connect with a staff member that you visit with all week. Usually, like at dinner time, we sat at the same table all the time. So we had the same 3 people who helped us. We had Rusko. I know that's a no. Rusko, yes. He was from Serbia. And we had Michael, and I don't know that I can tell you where Michael was from. And then we had Pavel, Pavel, and he was from Poland. And I will tell you that we absolutely adored that guy. He was absolutely a riot and a half. He was a wonderful server. He came up and worked in the lounge up above after dinner. And so he was always coming around with us, and he was dancing, and he was just, I mean, we really enjoyed him. Okay, so guys, there it is. There's the double gatefold. When you stand it up, it will rest on itself like so. And I can't really show it to you, so you'll have to turn it back and look at it when you come back. Check me out on my blog post, okay? So you can see the standing picture of it. What color are the green blends? Jamie, I use Mossy Meadow. I could have used Old Olive. That is also in there. I went with Mossy Meadow because it has the darker in the leaves, okay? Flirty Flamingo, which is kind of my go-to. It used to be Calypso Coral. Now I prefer Flirty Flamingo over that. And then Daffodil Delight. Those were the colors. And let's put some rhinestones on it. And we don't have Doris with us here, but I always think of Doris every time I have to go and open a package of rhinestones or any embellishment, because this is the slickest trick she ever taught us. I love it. Ah, awesome. I hate pulling them in and out of the package. Like a real game changer here. Okay, these are iridescent rhinestones. We're just going to put a few on there. And a bigger one. And there it is. So guys, there's my card for today. It's not Christmas. It's not fall. It's not Halloween. But it's a beautiful card for a friend who needs something to cheer them up right now. So put them both on there. Oh, I could have put both leaves on there. But we're going to stop right now with this. You'll have to check it out on the website to see if I put both leaves on it. Anyhow, thanks for being with me. I really did miss you guys. I missed being here. I like doing these things. So thanks for being with me. And if you are going to be back with us, I have Christmas card class tomorrow night. For those of you who are in Christmas card class, the ones who are getting them in the mail, you'll be getting them mailed out on Friday. Mystery boxes are starting to mail out by the end of this week. They'll be going. The first group will be going on Friday too, or Saturday. I don't know if I get it done Friday or if it'll be Saturday with mystery boxes. I may be making a couple of runs to the post office. We have a team meeting on Thursday, and Pam will be with me on Wednesday. So we got a full week ahead. So take care. God bless. Love ya. Bye.